Craig Adcock, Jude's Rum Cake, Belly Up Barbecue. Today we're going to focus on the rum cakes in my kitchen in Old Town Lenexa. Thanks for being a part of this process. I hope you can stay and help do dishes in a little bit. So today we're doing two batches. We're doing a massive batch and we're doing a small batch. So I've got 10 dozen of my small teaser cakes in the oven right now. My simple syrup is working, starting to kind of break down. And now we're going to start working on the 30 dozen. Basic ingredients, some oil, some water, and the biggest ingredient with a rum cake is rum. So we're pretty much just integrating everything. So now we're going to put the eggs in, hopefully not have any jumpers. Here's my simple syrup, pretty much rum, sugar, water. So what we do here is we actually put pecans in each of the molds. Some of my cakes I do without pecans, but most of them actually have pecans in them. So yet again, back to the labor of love. This is it. You know, some people will ask about dispensing, but you know, having an auto dispenser. But something about, I like, you know, literally, I know how each individual cake turns out. So, or at least how it starts out, and then how it turns out. What I'm doing now is just trying to balance it out. Twofold, consistency and shape, and make sure that they bake at the same time. So these guys are about halfway done right now, and you can kind of tell they elevate. And you can tell there's different, even though this is a convection oven, they still kind of cook a little differently. Now I'm putting the simple syrup, a little liquid love for each of them. So what we're doing, the cakes have had a chance to kind of cool down a little bit. And then we're just going to put like the little simple syrup. So what this is going to do is create a little glaze over the top, and I think it plays so well with the pecans. I like to make sure that the simple syrup's a little warm and that the cakes are still warm but not hot, because then it absorbs a little better, in my opinion. We're going to let them soak up for probably, I don't know, 10 minutes, and then we'll flip them over and we'll rest them for 12 hours. So these aren't quite ready yet. You do have the rum penetrating, but there's still rum inside, or the glaze, excuse me. So I want to make sure that it has a chance to really absorb. I'll press down a little bit. As you can see, it's labor intensive, but that's why I think the product really tastes well. It's handmade. All right, so now what we're doing is we're doing the final flip. These guys have rested for probably about 15 minutes. And you can tell if you're flipping it too early, if the simple syrup just starts to just totally dump on the table, which is not cool. Now the simple syrup has penetrated the pecans. Now it's starting to saturate and absorb down. And now we're going to let these guys sit for about 12 hours. And if you look at them too, like I've had some people say, well, why don't they all sit properly? You know, it's just kind of the way life is. I mean, not everybody's the same. So each of these have their own little personality, I think.